Hey everybody, welcome back to another Deck Tech. As you can tell from the title, this is Praise Bontu. If you're new to these types of praise decks, let me just catch you up on what my parameters are on them. We have to play at least 3 copies of both the rightfully named god and their corresponding monument. So yeah, this deck is built around Bontu, the Glorified, and Bontu's monument. Before we get into it, make sure to check out our sponsors over at flipsidegaming.com. If you use my promo code GREAT at checkout, you'll receive 10% off of your purchases over $10. You're saving money while helping me at the same time. Okay, let's get into it. So the previously mentioned Bontu and Bontu's monument are, like I just said, 3 ofs in the deck. Pretty standard stuff. Both can drain. A 4/6 menace indestructible is hard to kill, and the monument drains your opponent while making our creatures cheaper. Some pretty standard and simple things going on here. Don't think I need to over-explain these cards, so let's move on with the rest of our creatures. I wanted to have a nice split between both cards that are good to sacrifice to Bontu and just good black creature cards that have good face value and are better with Bontu's monument. Cards like Direfleet Hoarder, Gifted Etherboard, and Weaponcraft Enthusiast give us those abilities. Recently, I've been awing over how strong Death Touch creatures are right now in a meta full of energy creature-based decks, so Gifted Etherborn really shines in this deck for obvious reasons. Weaponcraft Enthusiast can create 3 creatures for us, which not only are good chump blockers, but good units to sacrifice with as well. Direfleet Hoarder is surprisingly one of the best cards in the deck. Being able to create treasures in this deck is very important, not only to ramp to things and fit more spells in on a turn, but to also drain our opponent out of life. I hate this card. Oh, interesting. That resolves. Oh. They're both pirates. I was so confused. Oh my god. That is not Kozilek's return. That's not. I had 2 Oh, that's amazing. And somehow that's my segue into me explaining one of our finishers in the deck, Marionette Master. We have a few treasure-making cards in this deck, and this card takes full advantage over them. Also, sacrificing servos to Bontu while this is out will also do the trick. Alright, end step, we're going to scry and transform treasure map. We're gonna put that on the top because we need it. Oh no, we didn't need it because we had transform treasure map, which is now Treasure Cove. Alright, let's play it, and here comes Marionette Master, and that should help us close out this life-gaining deck. Yep, we're gonna put the counters on it, because we have 3 treasure tokens, and then just over time, we're gonna sack treasure tokens to draw cards. We're not just gonna burn them immediately, that'd be kind of wasteful. So, yeah. Let's hope that it turns into a win. So for the final few spells in the deck, I wanted card draw and removal for obvious reasons. So that's why I played Ruin Raider, Argyll's Bloodfast, Treasure Map, and Walk the Plank. Ruin Raider most of the time will ping us only for 2 or 3, which is fine because we have a good amount of life gain in the deck. Although it can hit a Marionette Master, which will ping you for 6. It hasn't happened to me yet, but it's very, very possible. So be wary of that when you're under 6 life. Argyll's Bloodfast essentially does the same thing as Ruin Raider, where we trade life and 2 mana for a card, which is very useful. Treasure Map gets us free scries early on to fix our early game and mid game, while later can serve as ramp, card draw, and a win condition with Marionette Master out, as you just saw. And of course, since we're a mono-colored deck, Walk the Plank is a very budget-friendly but powerful removal spell in black. Just like all my monocolored decks, they will consist of 8 deserts, 4 for each the like, following with 15 basic swamps for a total of 23 lands. 23 lands is about where you want to be with this deck, despite having so much card draw and early options for fixing in the deck. We still just want to hit that power consistently. Sideboard is pretty simple as it usually is. Bontu's Last Reckoning against aggro, Doomfall against control, Gonti, Lord of Luxury against midrange and control, Harsh Scrutiny against midrange and creature-based decks, and finally, Kitesail Freebooter against midrange and control. Overall, the deck performed a lot better than I expected. I went 3-2 while playtesting with it, which is the same record I had while playtesting Praise Bolus, which I'm glad a lot of you agreed was a surprisingly good deck. But back to this deck, it does seem underwhelming at first, but it is very versatile, even pre-sideboard. It is well equipped against almost everything. I'd say our weakest matchup is probably vehicles, but I'm okay with that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you for those gameplays that will come out in the following days.